So first things first, you don't have money in your bank account, and therefore you're feeling terrible. I keep everything true with y'all. Y'all know I was having plenty of money and I still get money. Don't get it confused. But I'm in a portion. I'm in a part of life where guess what? The higher I'm trying to go, it comes with higher tests. So right now in life, you're trying to go higher than you ever been, trying to get more money, more things, more paper than you ever been, right? But guess what? You can't go higher if you're not willing to be challenged higher, if you're not willing to receive more blessings, and if you're not willing to receive more possible tests. These tests, you gotta pass them with AIDS. You can't pass them being the old you, because the old you is going to get more of the old outcomes, the old results. You need new you. So one thing I had to learn is, oh shit, what I can do to control the money is not save, not spend less, not budget per se, but instead you can just attract more money, because having more money is always a solution. That's what it seems anyway. That then means we have to ask ourselves one question, and that's, how do you attract more money if you were not changing yourself? I found the answer. Because what if you got to do is snap into reality? When I mean snap back into reality is figure out your emotions. What if the secret to everything that existed in this world was emotions? And what if the universe didn't give a fuck about how good of a person you were? I know it's crazy, but it's true. So I learned so much from a lot of different teachers, from the Jim Rohns, the Zig Ziglars, Billy Carsons, the Bob Proctors, the Rhonda Burns, the whoever, right? But recently I learned about emotions. And one person that helped me discover this thing about emotions is Neuro Knowledge. Young black dude talking that shit. So what I had to do was take bits and pieces from all the people and books that I've learned, and then realize that I could turn my life into whatever I want to turn my life. I didn't have bank accounts that look just like this on the screen. And then the next day I had bank accounts that look like this. And it's all because I changed my emotion. And I realized it doesn't matter if you're a good person. How many good people y'all know that are broke? How many good people go to church all the time when something bad happens? How many good people don't have the girls they want? They always say, what? Nice guys finish last. That doesn't mean you can't be kind to people and can't be nice. But what I am saying is, the universe doesn't have a moral compass. That's a human judgment. That is what humanity bases off of. The universe bases everything off of your emotion, it seems. And I'm realizing that the more I focus on my emotion, because I was telling everybody, you a dude, bro, you can't have no emotions, you can't be angry, you can't be sad. I'm not saying you can't, but you may not want to display it. But then I realized, what if I simply chose the emotions What if I simply chose the emotions I tapped into, the ones I gave light to? All of us have emotions, because guess what? Happiness is an emotion. I have happiness all day. But guess what? If you do this all day and you don't ever have any other emotions, or you don't choose to have this, you're going to be pissed. And you're going to look at your life compared to people on Instagram. You're going to look at your life compared to your cousin, to your best friend. But guess what? It doesn't matter who you compare yourself to, because I got this when I didn't have anything. You're talking about I ain't had no money. I didn't have anything. And so most recently I went broke. I keep everything true with y'all. I'll show you when my portfolio goes down, when it goes up. I'll show you all sorts of things. Just because the money went down doesn't mean you have to go down. Think about this. I'm going to put something into perspective for you. Imagine if you say you want something new, right? You want a new VP position. You want a new CEO position. Everybody wants to be a boss, right? But I don't know what the purpose of being a boss of a company that doesn't produce means. But I digress. You want new timeshares, new investments, new things, new cars, new possibilities. You want new clothes. You want new shit, but you're not willing to become new. You're not willing to change your mindset. And think about this. Everything we do is an emotion. So what I mean by that is, when you having the best time of your life, when you writing in your journal or your book, it doesn't mean that journaling is powerful per se. It just means that you believe it to be powerful. So the emotion you have is happiness, gratitude, whatever it is. So those things attract to you. When you having a badass attitude, dumb shit attracts to you. Fights, poor habits. You want to go out there and date a bunch of scammers, date a bunch of people who steal and shit, and then be surprised at your life. For me, I shifted my whole energy by realizing, damn, I was being negative because because all I was thinking of was the money makes me. But guess what? The money doesn't make you. The service doesn't make you. The job, the credit, the car, it doesn't make you. And in fact, what you need to realize is that you make the day. The day is not predicated on your words. Your beliefs predicate the day. So what I'm saying is, yeah, I went to negative, but guess what? Within 24 hours, you're going to see this stuff on the screen. And look, time after time, message after message, all of a sudden shit started shifting because I chose my emotion. I chose my energy. And I think that will be the same for you, because you may not be able to choose how your because you think you can't choose how your day goes, but your belief system does. If you stub your toe when you say it's gonna be a bad day, so it will be. So I had to make this video for y'all to understand that, hey, I'm learning each and every day. I don't give a damn if you 50 telling it to me or 80 telling it to me. Shout out to Billy Carson, shout out to Jim Rohn, shout out to Zig Ziglar, shout out to Neuro Knowledge. Make sure y'all go follow Buddy too. But your emotion is the reason you broke. It's because the money disappeared and you thought you disappeared. But when the money disappears, you don't disappear. You gotta get resourceful. When the paper disappears, you gotta get better. You gotta become a millionaire when the millionaire money isn't around. You gonna give up? That's not what winners do. That's not what the bosses do. That's not what the legends do. The people that are gonna make it, they don't fret on what they don't have, because you must believe in what you have, even if it's not existing in the reality. Because I promise you with all my heart and all my being, if you don't change, this situation is gonna keep recurring. You're gonna keep being like me and have situations be like, well, I'm getting paid, but I can't ask some money. I'm getting paid, but I don't got it today. Maybe they don't send a check till next week. It's always going to be an occurrence of where you can't afford it. So what I am saying is, if you don't change that attitude, the way you think, and specifically your emotion, it does not matter if you do the right thing. You go to the gym every day. You're nice to everybody. Universe don't necessarily care about that the most. If you want to shift your vibrational plane, guess what you got to do? You got to shift your emotion, because the emotion is the quickest and most efficient way, it seems, to shift the vibrational plane. And if you're not changing your emotion, everything gonna stay the same in the ocean. You feel what I'm saying? But it's up to you to think about. Otherwise, you're gonna keep being broke. It's gonna keep returning and returning and returning. And your emotions are gonna keep returning. And you're gonna keep being unsure of yourself. But do what you like. I love you. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, or not. You did!